Outer Rep Level 26.
Lesson 10, Yungtao Beach. Part 3, a reflex method reading.
Outer Ref.
The students at Outer Space must know how to write a reading. Yungtao is the most famous beach in Vietnam. Most tourists who come to Vietnam visit this resort city, and when they leave, they take along with them local gifts made of the shells from the sea. Yungtao is not as modernized as the beaches in the United States, but it's more natural. You don't have to go to restaurants to buy food. The peddlers will come to you and sell all kinds of food. You can just eat and enjoy watching the sea, sit next to the sand dunes near the water. Yungtao's not far from Saigon. It's about 120 kilometers by land. You can go there by car, by bus, or even by motorcycle. It usually takes 2 hours by car or on a fast bus. In the summer, a lot of students go there by motorcycle, and it often takes them more than 3 hours. The distance is shorter in the event you want to go by sea. From Saigon River, you can take a turbo jet boat that'll go at a very fast speed and get to Yungtao in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. People at the Yungtao beach can do a lot of things. They can sit on beach chairs underneath the beach umbrellas, playing with their binoculars or sleeping. The children can play with a shovel and a pail, dig in the sand or build in the sandcastles. The girls can put on suntan lotion and lie on beach towels, drying themselves in the sun and displaying their beautiful half-naked bodies in their colorful bathing suits. In the water, young men can surf or dive. When they dive, they may put on scuba tanks, flippers, and masks. When the sea's rough, you may not swim at all. When you see a red flag, you're not allowed to be too far from the shore. And when you see a black flag, you ought to stay away from the water. You can only sit on the sand and watch the waves. In general, whenever you go into the water, you'd better take with you a tube or a life preserver. Yungtao used to be the most important seaport in Asia. Ships from many countries used to stop here to refuel. However, it was very quiet during the war. If the locals hadn't come here to swim, Yungtao would have been as deserted as a wild island. Today, the merchant ships are coming back, making the cargo port noisier. Yungtao's building more and more hotels. More and more tourists visit the city every day, especially on the weekends. And the more tourists there are, the more busy and prosperous the city's becoming. I love Yungtao for another reason. Last year I went there in the summer, and nature brought me luck. I walked on the beach and found a small mother of pearl from the shell of an abalone on the sand. No sooner had I picked it up than I felt 2 flames of eyes looking at me. I looked up and saw a beautiful young girl standing next to me, looking at my pearl. She said to me, "It's mine. I found it before you." I almost argued when I looked at her. I was totally drawn by her beautiful eyes so much that I had to say, "I'm sorry," and I gave the pearl to her. She took the pearl and dashed away laughing. A brief moment has hooked me up since then. I still remember her now. Had I not gone there in the summer, nature wouldn't have brought me luck. Had I not walked on the beach, I couldn't have found a small mother of pearl from the shell of an abalone on the sand.
Outer Ref.
Had I not picked it up, I wouldn't have felt two flames of eyes looking at me. Had I not looked up, I wouldn't have seen a beautiful young girl standing next to me. Had she not said to me, "It's mine, I found it before you," I wouldn't have been totally drawn by her beautiful eyes, and I would have argued. And had I not given her the pearl, she couldn't have taken it and dashed away laughing. Had I not had that brief moment that hooked me up, I wouldn't remember anybody now. Part 4. Family of words. Part 5. Idiomatic expressions. Idioms. Meanings. Examples. 19. To bite the dust. To die, or to completely fail. Despite her best efforts and months of struggle and thousands of dollars, Angela's project just bit the dust. 20. To be bogged down. Slow down. Become stuck. We were bogged down in a long discussion and didn't have time to make any decisions. 21. To boil down to something. Reduce to the basics. To shorten. What it all boils down to is that you don't want to spend too much money.